Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here, talking all about Extreme Rules 2015, coming right up around the corner, looking like a total goofball. Wearing my Hulk Hogan beanie here, but it's already about 68 degrees here in Sacramento, California before I go into the gym. It's already going to be a hot one today, I can already tell. It's going to be one of those days when the sun just pours down on us. But upcoming at Extreme Rules, the last match that I have to go over that's been announced so far is Sheamus going up against Dolph Ziggler in their sort of grudge match to see who like the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship is going to be. Sheamus has been gone for a while. He made his exit from the WWE around Survivor Series, and they're building up a Team Cena going up against the Authority with the big grudge match to see who was going to be let go. If Team Cena was all going to be fired, the Authority was all going to be let go. I think it was Sheamus ended up going through a table, maybe, or maybe he just got beat up. It's been a while, but he made his return at the Raw after WrestleMania coming down. He delivered the huge brogue kick, Daniel Bryan, inserting him into the Intercontinental Championship sort of hunt. I thought maybe they were going to do some sort of a fatal four-way with these guys, but it ends up that Wade Barrett asked for his Intercontinental Championship rematch after losing the title at WrestleMania 31 in that big ladder match that now Sheamus has to go up against Dolph Ziggler. This looks like it's probably going to be some sort of a #1 contenders match. Sheamus coming in, looking pretty good, looking pretty bad at the same time. I will say that I really do like Sheamus's new look with his mohawk, but Sheamus's dreadlocks coming off of his beard, a little too weird for me. Makes people want to hate this guy, but I don't know if he's going after some sort of Lou Albano look where the safety pin coming off of his face or something like that, but I don't know, and I don't get it. I know that Sheamus is over there on the European tour right now. He's getting huge pops. They love that guy over there. They've been looking forward for something to do with Sheamus for a long time. If you can remember back to last year, Big Dave was going off to make some movies, and they wanted to know if they'd be able to keep the Shield versus the Evolution going, and they were thinking of putting Sheamus into Evolution to give him that sort of a heel turn, the sort of Hanna-Barbera, Sheamus sort of, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to fight the good fight for everybody because I guess that's Finley's line, but, I like to fight. But that's basically what Sheamus was. He just was a guy that, you'd put him in the ring against anybody and he'd fight him. He didn't care. And more often than not, Sheamus always come out on top. He was always that guy that sort of seemed like he was in that John Cena role because he never really lost matches, but nobody ever really cared about the guy. Sheamus, last time he was a heel, he was a 2-time WWE champion, 1 time beating John Cena in a big-time surprise to win the championship in a tables match when Cena slipped off the top rope going through there. And the other time is during the Nexus Invasion. I believe it was at the Fatal 4-Way in a steel cage match. Sheamus was able to slip out of the cage, winning the championship and running off. And some people even thought that the Nexus was the point of helping Sheamus so much that Sheamus was a part of them. But then one night they turned on him, and Sheamus ran like a little girl crying for John Cena to come help him. And that was sort of the end of Sheamus's run as the heel, that people really believed in him and cared about him. Even if he is a heel, even if he is going to a 6-on-1 thing, a guy like Sheamus honestly just sort of took his beating and gone from there. But Ziggler versus Sheamus is going to be a good match. This is a match that we've seen honestly about 1,000 times. It's not a new matchup at all, but it's definitely Sheamus is going to go into the ring and be able to deliver an ass kicking, and people love Dolph Ziggler so much that it's going to make people really care about the match that Sheamus is just destroying him out there. No doubt in my mind, Sheamus has got to get the win. Daniel Bryan will pull out the win in his Intercontinental Championship match against Wade Barrett, and then we'll get to see, probably Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan, 1-on-1 for the Intercontinental. Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan is sort of portrayed as like their biggest rivalries with each other, even though it's more of a joke because they keep every WrestleMania. Vince wants to put these guys up. It was a WrestleMania 31 match that was on the books that some people said Daniel Bryan said, yeah, you know what, if this is the only match you got for me, just don't worry about it. And they ended up putting the Intercontinental Championship ladder match together and putting Daniel Bryan in that and keeping Sheamus on the shelf for another day, having him debut or return on that Monday Night Raw show. But this is going to be a good match. Sheamus is going to kick some ass. Ziggler will take some bumps. And at the end of the day, people will be wanting to hate Sheamus a little bit more.